The year is 1634. Edo period Japan. A magistrate stands before the shogun's court. His crime, owning 24 of these. The sentence, forced seppuku, death by his own hand. His weapons were so dangerous, so cursed, that simply possessing them was a death sentence. And Ghost of Yotei just made you wear the armor version.
Welcome to Brother Board Plays, your home for war stories and history. If you don't want to miss out on the future videos, smash that like button, hit that bell icon, and subscribe to the channel. Let's dive in.
So in Ghost of Yotei, there's this side quest where you meet a storyteller named Ugetsu. And he tells you about this legend, the Undying Samurai, a warrior in white armor who cannot die, who's been cursed to wander the land forever. The quest sends you across the map collecting 4 wind chimes. And when you ring them all together, you summon him, this spectral warrior in brilliant white armor. The fight is incredible. He's aggressive, relentless, and yeah, he lives up to the Undying title. But when you finally beat him, you get the reward, the armor of the Undying. One of the coolest armor sets in the game. And that got me thinking, this feels too specific to just be made up. The white color, the curse, the idea of equipment that grants power but damns the wearer. So I started digging into Japanese history from this era, the 1100s to the 1600s. And what I found? It's darker than anything in the game. Let me introduce you to Muramasa Sengo, a legendary swordsmith who lived during the Muromachi period, the 14th to 16th centuries. His blades were exceptional, some of the sharpest, most reliable swords ever forged. On the battlefield, they were unmatched. But they came with a reputation. These swords, they were said to be cursed. The legend claimed that once a Muramasa blade was drawn, it had to taste blood before it could be sheathed again. If there was no enemy to cut down, the wielder would turn the blade on themselves, or on their allies. Warriors reported feeling an overwhelming urge to kill when holding them, like the sword had a will of its own. And during the Sengoku period, Japan's age of civil war, these swords earned their reputation in blood. So many people died at the hands of Muramasa-wielding samurai that people started to believe the curse was real. But here's where it gets personal. The Tokugawa Curse. Tokugawa Ieyasu would eventually become the shogun who unified Japan. But his family was haunted by Muramasa blades. His grandfather, killed in battle. The weapon, a Muramasa. His father, assassinated. The weapon, a Muramasa. His firstborn son, his heir, was ordered to commit seppuku. And the blade he used? You guessed it. Muramasa. 3 generations, all cut down by the same cursed steel. So when Ieyasu became shogun, what do you think he did? He banned them. Completely. Across all of Japan. Owning a Muramasa blade became illegal. And the shogunate didn't mess around. Remember that magistrate from the beginning? In 1634, he was discovered hoarding 24 Muramasa blades. The shogun's punishment was swift and final. Seppuku, just for owning them. These weren't just swords. They were cursed artifacts, objects of supernatural evil that the most powerful government in Japan felt they had to erase from existence. Sound familiar? So here's what Sucker Punch did that's absolutely genius. They took the Muramasa legend, cursed equipment that grants incredible power but damns the user, and they transformed it. Instead of a blood-red cursed sword, a pristine white cursed armor. And that color choice? It's perfect. In Japanese mythology, the white tiger is the king of beasts, a warrior, a protector, and according to legend, immortal. But white in Japanese culture also represents death, mourning, ghosts, the supernatural. There's also this concept in Japanese folklore called Tsukumogami, objects that gain a spirit, a will of their own. Tools, weapons, even household items that have existed long enough can become possessed. Supernatural. The armor of the Undying isn't just powerful equipment. It's a cursed object, an artifact with its own malevolent consciousness. Just like Muramasa's blades, the quest even mirrors the real history. You're collecting these wind chimes, these artifacts, to summon the warrior. The magistrate collected Muramasa blades, and it killed him. We're repeating the same mistake, claiming cursed power. The only difference? In the game, we survive. So to answer the question, no, there wasn't a specific legend about an undying samurai in white armor wandering feudal Japan. But every single element of this story, the cursed equipment, the supernatural power, the belief that objects can possess a will to kill, all of that is pulled directly from real Japanese history and folklore. Sucker Punch didn't just make up a cool legend. They understood the soul of these myths deeply enough to create something new that feels authentically Japanese. They took one of Japan's most feared artifacts, the Muramasa blade, and reimagined it as armor. And honestly, that's way more impressive than just copying an existing legend. Because now this story is part of the mythology too. If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe for more Ghost of Yotei content, and let me know in the comments. Would you wear cursed armor for immortality? Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next one.